Experian just got sued. Equifax just got sued. And CFPB just said medical debt can no longer be reported on credit reports. I'm going to show you how to leverage these rulings to knock the credit bureaus out so you can increase your credit score. So first things first, let's get into it. So what you want to do is, of course, log into CFPB. If you don't have an account with CFPB, create an account with CFPB, all right? Now, once you create an account with the CFPB and you log into your portal, right? Now you're going to be on the screen that looks similar to this, okay? Now, from there, what you want to do, of course, is go all the way down and click on credit reporting, all right? Now, from there, what you want to do is just scroll all the way down and click on credit reporting again. And then from there, what we want to do is just wait for a second, let it load up. And then from there, what we want to do, of course, is click on problem with company's investigation into the existing problem. So from there, what you want to do is just click on their investigation did not fix an error on your report. And then have you already tried to fix this problem? Yes. Did you request information from this company? Yes. What information did you request? To remove these accounts or investigate these accounts. Then did the company provide you with the information? No. And then from there, what you want to do is just click on next. All right. Now, once you get on this specific screen, what I want you to do is based on what you're trying to leverage, right? Whether that's leveraging the lawsuit against Experian, the lawsuit against Equifax, or if you're trying to get medical debt removed from your credit report, I want you to go to ChatGPT, right? And then from there, what you want to do is create a complaint, right? Based off of, or I'm going to show you the prompt based off of what you got going on. So what we want to do is leverage Experian, okay? I'm going to show you how to leverage Experian, all right? So from there, what we want to do is just put this specific prompt, all right? So based on the prompt, right, it's basically saying, I have been trying to fix my credit. I sent out multiple letters to Experian, but they're not complying with 15 USC 1681 EB, 15 USC 1681 S-2, 15 USC 1681 I5, 15 USC 1681 CC. And I just found out about the lawsuit that the CFPB came out with against the CFPB sues Experian for sham investigation of credit report errors. Experian did not properly investigate disputes and fails to remove or reinserts errors on reports, threatening consumers access to credit, employment, and housing. How can I use this to my advantage to help me create a complaint so I can file against the CFPB online, right? And we're just going to leverage this specific prompt, right? And then from there, it's just going to break down everything that you have going on. And most importantly, you can also put the accounts that you want to get, that you've been talking about in this specific complaint, so they can also lay that out in your CFPB complaint. And then from there, what you want to do is just leverage the complaint that it came up with. So just copy everything, the details of the issue, right? Just copy everything, right? And then from there, what we want to do is copy this, then go back to your CFPB complaint, and then put that right there. And just look over and make sure everything's good to go. So I sent out multiple dispute letters to Experian regarding inaccurate information on my credit report. Despite providing evidence, Experian has failed to comply with the legal obligations under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, specifically with the specific laws that we just pinpointed, right? Now, you can read over these specific laws as well. You can go to these, Google them, so you can understand what I'm talking about. But if you've been watching my previous videos, you'll probably understand, all right? So 15 USC 1681 EB, maximum possible accuracy, S-U. Experian has continued to report inaccurate information after I provided notice of disputes. I5, Experian has reinvestigated and reinserted disputes. Now, if this law doesn't apply to you, but most of the time when you send a letter in, they're supposed to modify, they're supposed to correct your information, and usually they don't, right? And then CC, sometimes what's going on with CC is you have an account on your report and it's probably the last reporting date is probably incorrect, which if the last reporting date is incorrect, that means that account's going to stay on your credit report even longer, right? So you can leverage these specific laws and put the date and whatever the case may be, right? And then Experian fails to comply with these laws, has caused harm to my creditworthiness, limiting my access to credit, employment, and housing opportunities, all right? So basically that usually happens when you have these things going on with your credit report when you're trying to fix it. And then from there, what you want to do is put what would be a fair resolution, all right? So a fair resolution, of course, is to remove the accounts from your credit report, all right? So here's what you want to say. I request I request the immediate removal of let's just say an example. All right. I request immediate removal of Capital One account ending in 1234 and LVMV account ending in 1234 from my credit report in accordance with the CFPB lawsuit. All right. Now, if you have, of course, multiple accounts, what you want to do is whatever letter that you sent to Experian, right? You want to get that information from them. All right. So you want to get the account name and the account number. All right. And then get that. Very important. You want the account name and account number so you can understand, so they can know what account you're talking about. All right. And then from there, what you want to do is if you sent the letters in already, or if you have a copy of your letters that you sent in, select the file to upload those specific letters that you sent in as well. And then from there, and also what you can do is get a copy of the lawsuit and then put that in there as well, or the complaint, the ruling that Experian CFPB sued Experian. You can also put that in there as well. And then from there, what we want to do is just click on next. All right. Now from there, what we want to do is just say, hey, write the company's name. So Experian Information Solutions. All right. Click on it. And then what we want to do is click on social, name as appears on your credit report, and date of birth. And then from there, what we want to do is, do you want to complain with another company? Either yes or no. No. All right. Because what you want to do is create the same exact complaint. Or if you have those accounts reported on Equifax, you could say yes. But if those accounts that you just pinpoint is only on Experian and just say TransUnion, you just want to create 3 separate complaints. All right. So you're going to say no, and then you're going to come back and create another complaint because you only want to talk about the accounts that's only on Equifax. You only want to talk about the accounts that's only on TransUnion, right? And then from there, what we want to do is just click on next. All right. And then you're going to review everything and make sure everything's good to go. Now I want you to hear what my lawyer has to say. I always talk about like the consumer reports, the credit bureaus, which is Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, has like incomplete, like it's inconsistent, like the open date last active, all that stuff is not reporting correctly. And I tell people to send a letter and tell them to update the information. I don't know or not, but most times they don't update it. Is that technically a violation? And can
So,
people technically serve the credit bureaus for not?
yeah, that's a great question. So, back when I was talking to Robin about the ways
Mm-hmm.
you can dispute, it has to be inaccurate, incomplete, or too old generally. Well, if they're reporting inconsistently, it has to be one of them, at least one of them have to be inaccurate, right? So, one of the things we love to do on the lawyer side, and we absolutely litigate this. I sue credit bureaus for this all the time, and we serve them with federal lawsuits, Dave, because they're reporting inconsistently. If Experian is reporting an open date of this month and TransUnion and Equifax are reporting it something different, we know for 100% certainty someone is reporting inaccurately because it can't both be true, if it's different months. Same thing, if they're reporting a different balance. I don't care if a balance is off by $1 on a different report. Someone has broken the law because they have reported inaccurate information. So inconsistent equals inaccurate, always, because something has to be wrong. And then what we do is we send a letter and we say, okay, Capital One, LVMB, whoever it is, here's what's being reported inconsistently between the bureaus. Fix it. What that means is, Dave, they have to either make them all match, and that has to still be accurate, or they have to delete it. But they almost always just verify. Absolutely. That's a great case. Love that case. Because it's so easy. I get to say, I mean, what are they going to do when I hold up 2 pieces of paper with different information? You don't get to tell one story to one person and another story to another. So that's a great question. Inconsistency equals inaccuracy.